Hi everyone, my name is Trish, and this is my story. Please like and subscribe. My dad left when I was 6 years old, and I never got an answer as to why. My mother wouldn't talk about it until I was an adult. When you turn 21, I promise I'll tell you everything I know about your father.
21? Why not 18?
I can't explain it until you're able to understand. So unfair, I know. No matter how much I begged her to tell me where my dad was and why he didn't call me, she just kept silent and said, "Some things are better left unsaid." We moved to California and I went to school there. Soon, I realized that I wasn't the only one without a dad, except that other kids knew what had happened to their daddy.
My daddy left us for another woman. I see my dad once a month. I only talk to my father on the phone. I stepped in front of the class and recited a poem I wrote in my bed last night. Every night when I turn out my light, I see my daddy. In my dreams we play. My daddy is never away. Only when I wake up, I need 2 seconds to shape up from the memory of my daddy. I wish we could play caddy all the time. I looked up and saw my class staring at me. I turned to the teacher and she was also staring at me. I blushed and went back to my chair. Then I heard a voice behind me that I never heard before. I like your poem.
I turned and saw Mark, the silent boy who never spoke. I smiled at him and he smiled back. That's a nice poem, Trish, but did you write it alone?
Of course I did. I write everything by myself.
I answered confidently and without any hesitation. I was ready to write another poem on the board. Then Mark spoke again.
How can you say such a thing, teacher?
Mark, you can talk now? I've had enough. You two, in the principal's office now! While we were waiting there, we got to talking and he told me that it was cool that I wrote a poem.
I wish I could write like that.
You can. I'll show you. The principal called us in and started naming all Mark's misbehavior. First, you smeared the hallway with glue and the teachers were stuck all morning.
That was so funny.
I must admit, I laughed secretly. Then you locked the gym teacher in the gym.
He made me run.
And now you can talk after all.
What's wrong with that?
Why couldn't you talk before?
I had nothing to say.
Your mother is on the way. Trish, where is your mother? I can't reach her.
She's at a movie shoot until the evening.
Then Mark's mother rushed in crying and started hugging us. You can talk? I'm so proud of you. How did you get him to talk? She wrote a poem. Mark's mom invited me over for pizza to celebrate Mark's speech recovery, and I started spending time with them every day after school. Mark taught me how to climb trees and skateboard, and I taught him how to write and sing. We joined the best school dance group and performed at school events. We won the first prize. I looked at the cheering audience and saw a tramp crying with happiness. It was so strange. He was standing right behind my mom. That summer, Mom took me to the Caribbean for a movie shoot, and while we were waiting to get on the plane, I saw the tramp again. But he didn't see me, and he was not a tramp at all. He was dressed up and running to his plane with his iPhone in hand. He didn't look like him, but I'm sure it was him. I didn't see him again until the next year. Mark went to the same high school. I joined the cheerleaders and he joined the soccer team. We had a lot of friends. After a game we won, while we were celebrating, the tramp showed up out of the blue. I was determined to straighten things out and ask him about the airport. I mean, had he just been pretending to be a tramp, and why would he do that? My friends tried to talk me out of going to him, but I just had to do it. So we all went together. Great game. I played soccer in high school. Why are you a tramp? If you want to know, I made some bad investments.
What did you invest in?
Mark was scared for me and he defended me too much. But so did all of my other friends. They were attacking him with questions.
Have you ever been married?
What company did you work for? How long have you been homeless?
Do you have children?
Where did you live last? I had to step in. I'm sorry, guys. I know you're just worried about me, but he can't speak a word for himself if you don't let him. You're right, Trish. We're very sorry. He's gone. Where is he? I see him in the parking lot.
Let's follow him.
No, that's not a good idea. I'm against it. But they dragged me and we went to follow the tramp to find out his real identity. He got in the car and drove off. Which tramp has a car? It's a little unusual. Hurry up. We rushed to Jake's car and followed him all the way to the Hollywood Hills.
He stopped.
He's getting out and opening the doors because the doors are broken. We can't follow him there. So the tramp is a rich guy? Why would he pretend to be a tramp and come to our school?
What does he want?
That's what we're gonna find out. Let's go back. Next week, we had a school championship. As I was cheering, I saw the tramp again. He was cheering from the audience. After the game, we went to look for him. We found him on the field where he was playing with the ball. He was very good. You could tell that he was a professional. Mark and Jake confronted him. You're right. I'm not a tramp. I'm actually a billionaire.
And why do you come to our school dressed as a homeless man?
I'm a Hollywood producer. I'm looking for new talent for our soccer blockbuster. Everyone was silent and looked at each other. Then Mark was the first to take the floor. So you're not a famous soccer player? No, I'm just good at it. Wow, I've always wanted to be an actress. Did you choose all of us as a group? Everyone looked at him with great expectation. Yeah, I think I picked all of you. I wasn't so sure about that, so I challenged him. If that's true, would you mind coming to my house to celebrate our participation in this film and to meet my mother? She'll want to see your track records. Are you sure that's what you want? What a strange question. Of course, I'm sure. So we all went to my house. Mom was still picking out a cake when we arrived. Suddenly, I remember that we had not asked his name. Hey, what's your name? I was beginning to think you'd never ask. It's Jerry. Are you kidding me? That's my father's name.
A lot of people have that name.
Yes, I know, but I have this strange feeling. Just as I was about to talk about my feelings, my mom came rushing in with the biggest cake we've ever seen. She's the best. Mom, there's someone I need you to meet. Wait, I'll get you the plates first. I've been waiting 3 hours for this creamy beauty. But Mom, Jerry is a Hollywood producer and he's going to make a movie with all of us. Wait, did you say Jerry? Finally, she stopped and turned to Jerry. Hi, Sue. It's been a long time. You can say that. How did you find us? It wasn't easy until I saw you at the movies. In which one? The Love Road. Yeah, that's the best one. And you're a producer now? I just signed a big contract. You know me, I'm a success at everything. Congrats. I only did it for you and Trish, so I could find you. I'm sorry that we got away from you, but it was too hard for me after what you did to us. I know. Will you ever forgive me? Maybe. Mom smiled at my dad and they hugged and cried and hugged. I couldn't believe my eyes. It was all too much. Does this mean I have a father now? I need to get out and clear my head. My friends understood that I needed a moment to myself and they went to taste the cake. As I sat on the stairs looking at our garden, which my mother and I took care of and which grew so beautifully, I began to cry. I realized that I had a father, and that's all that mattered. Maybe he spoke to me in a strange way, but now I understand. I closed my eyes and felt his arms around me. Jerry? You can call me Jerry, Pumpkin. I understand you need time. That doesn't mean I'm not glad you came, but I need time to believe it, I guess. I know. I love you and your mother, and I want to make it up to you. Why did you leave us in the first place? That's a long and complicated story. I'll tell it to you when you turn. I know, 21. How did you know that? I'll tell him when he turns 60. Thank you for watching my story. Like, share, and subscribe.